Hey guys, today I will show you how you can solve the two-sum problem from Leetcode. It's an easy problem, but it's pretty common during job interviews, so it's good to know how to solve that. Today I will show you two solutions. I've already did this problem, so I have two solutions in mind that I think is the most common solutions, okay? So let's understand the problem. Given an array of integer nums and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you might not use the same element twice. The answer can be in any order. Okay, so here we have some key points. The first one is the answer. The return here will be the indices of the numbers, okay? It's not the number itself. We can assume that each input would have exactly one solution, so we don't need to worry about multiple solutions or no solution at all. And also, we cannot use the same element twice, okay? So let's look at the examples. Here we have 2, 7, 11, and 15. The target is 9, so the answer will be 2 and 7 because 2 plus 7 is equals 9. Sorry, the answer is not 2 and 7, it's the position of 2 and 7, that is 0 and 1. Okay, so for the next example, we have 3, 2, and 4, the target is 6, and the answer will be 1 and 2, that's the position of 3, 4, 2 plus 4 is equals 6, and at the last example here we have 3 and 3, and the target is 6. Here the answer is not 0 and 0 or 1 and 1 because, like I said, we cannot use the same element twice, okay? That's why we need to return 0 and 1. They are different elements even though they have the same value. Okay, so the first approach here would be to go through the array twice. So let's see how it looks like. Let me just zoom a little bit. I hope it's better for you guys to see. Okay, so we get the size of the array first. And now we need to go through the array. Let's call the first int x. Okay, so in range of size. And the next one will be y in range of x plus 1 and size. Nice. So this is pretty simple. What we need to check is basically if my nums at my x position plus my nums at my y position is equal target. If it is, then the answer here will be just x and y. Okay, if we send this, it should work. Okay, so it did work. As you can see, the runtime here is, pretty massive. That's because the time complex here is O n squared, since we need to go through the array twice. But there is a better approach to fix this problem. I will show you the code first, but after that I will jump in an example to explain how that works for you. Okay, so the other approach would be to use a technique called one pass hash table, where the first step is to create an empty hash table. So let's just create it here. And now we need to go through the array. But here I will need to have access to the index and the value. Okay. So in new array nums. Okay, nice. And here what we're gonna do is basically, we saw that using two loops, the expression that we had is just x plus y is equal target, right? So what we can do, we can move this y to the other side of the operation. So it will be x is equal target minus y. So if I have the value of y and the value of target, I will find the value of x. And basically I just need to check if the value of x exists in my array. Okay, so let's do that. We'll put x is equal target, okay, minus y. Y in this case will be the current number that we have in the loop. Let me just rename this to y. Okay, that's better. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna check if my x exists in my hash table. Okay, if it does, the answer here will be basically the index, the current index that we are at the moment, and the position of x. Okay, so it should be hash table at my x position. We are accessing the X position here, because if this is not the answer, we will need to put the value into the hash table. So my hash table at Y position will receive its index. Okay, this is the solution. Basically, it should work. Let's submit. I will show. Okay, it's much better. As you can see, the runtime here is 0 milliseconds. But let me show you how this is working. Okay, we have the hash table. Okay, same as before. And here we'll put the value and in its index. Okay, so we'll go through the array. Let me just put the indices of each one: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so starting here at the number 3, we'll do the expression. So the expression is basically x is equal start minus y. So x is equal 13 in this case minus 3, and my x is equal 10. So in order to 3 be my answer, I need to have the value of 10 in my array. As you can see, we don't have. Okay, but what we're gonna do to check if the value, if we have the value, is check the hash table. Okay, we'll check the hash table because here we'll have the value and the index, and let's say that 10 exists, so we also have the index to return as an answer. Okay, that's why we'll use a hash table, because if we just look, at the array, if the number exists, we'll need to do a find to find the number, and this will also add more complexity to the answer. Okay, so we will lose some performance. Okay, nice. So since 10 doesn't exist, what we need to do, we need to add number 3 here and its position, that is 0, and now we move to the next element. Okay, so let me just clean that up. I'll move this a little bit down. 1 second. Okay, it's better. Okay, so let's move to the next position. You have 6, so we'll do x is equal 13 minus 6. Okay, x will be 7. We'll check the hash table. We don't have 7 in here, so we will add 6 and its position, that it's 1. Okay, move to the next element. It's 2. Do the same. X is equals 2 minus 13. X equals 11. We don't have 11. Add 2 and its position. Move to the next position. Sorry, move to the next element. That it's 9. So same process. 13 minus 9. X equals 4. We don't have 4, so add 9 as well, and the position is 3. Okay, so right now we are at the last number, that is 7. So x is equals 13 minus 7. X is equal 6. So when we check if 6 exists, it does, as you can see, and we have the position of 6. So it's pretty easy, to return the answer. Here will be basically the position of 6 that we get from the hash table, and the position of 7. Okay, so it's 1 and 4, the solution for this problem. And by doing that, by using one pass hash table, as you saw here on the code, and I hope you saw here in the explanation as well, we just need to go through the array once. That's why this solution has a time complexity of only O(n), because when is the size of the array, so we just need to go through the size once to be able to find the solution. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. It's, like I said, a pretty easy problem, but it's good to have this approach in mind, because one pass hash table does apply to other kind of problems, even medium ones. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope that makes sense. Please leave a comment below, because I don't know if my explanation is clear. Sometimes I know that I move really fast, but I'm trying just to share some knowledge that I have. Thank you guys.